Long ago, in a quiet and beautiful village in China, there stood a tall and sacred mountain known as Heaven Peak. The villagers believed that if a temple were built at the very top of this mountain, their prayers would rise closer to the sky and be heard by the heavens. But there was one major problem. The mountain was steep, rocky, and extremely dangerous to climb. Reaching the top was difficult even for the strongest people. One day, the village elders gathered everyone and made an announcement. Whoever can build a staircase from the base of the mountain all the way to the top will earn great honor for themselves and for our village. The entire village buzzed with excitement. People discussed the challenge everywhere, at homes, in the fields, and in the market. Many doubted such a task could even be completed. Among the crowd stood a young man named Wei. He was tall, muscular, and full of confidence. His strong arms showed years of physical labor, and his voice carried pride and boldness. "I will reach the top faster than anyone," Wei declared loudly. "I have strength, speed, and power. This task is made for me." The villagers clapped and cheered. Everyone believed Wei would succeed. His confidence inspired hope. But then something unexpected happened. From the back of the crowd stepped forward an old widow named Lin. Her back was bent with age. Her hands shook slightly and her steps were slow. She leaned on a wooden stick for support. The villagers burst into laughter. "Grandmother Lin," someone said mockingly, "you struggle just to pull water from the well. How do you plan to climb this mountain and build stairs?" Lin smiled calmly. Her face was peaceful and confident, but not proud. She simply said, "I will carry one stone each day." The crowd laughed even harder. Compared to Wei's strength, her words sounded foolish. 1 stone a day seemed meaningless. The work began the very next morning. Wei wasted no time. Each day, he lifted heavy stones onto his shoulders and raced up the mountain. He worked fast, placing large stones with loud effort. His strength amazed everyone. People gathered daily to watch him climb, cheering loudly as he went. "Look at Wei," they said. "He is strong like a tiger. This staircase will be finished in no time." Meanwhile, Lin followed her quiet routine. Every morning, she wrapped a small stone in a cloth, tied it carefully, and slowly began her climb. Step by step, she walked carefully along the dangerous path. When she reached a little higher than the previous day, she placed her stone down gently and returned home. No one paid attention to her. Her progress seemed invisible. Weeks passed. Wei's staircase rose quickly at first, but his energy slowly began to fade. Carrying heavy stones every day drained his strength. Some mornings he felt too tired and told himself, "I'll rest today and work twice as hard tomorrow." Other days he slept in or skipped work altogether. His stones piled up unused at the bottom of the mountain. Lin, however, never stopped. Under the burning heat of summer she climbed. Through the cool winds of autumn she climbed. In the freezing snow of winter she climbed. During the rains of spring she climbed. Her legs trembled and her body ached, but each day she whispered to herself, "Just one more stone today." Days turned into months. Months turned into years. One morning, the sound of a bell echoed through the village. The villagers rushed outside and looked toward Heaven Peak. Their eyes widened in shock. A complete staircase now stretched from the bottom of the mountain all the way to the temple at the top. The sunlight touched the temple, and prayers filled the air. It was Lin's staircase, the same woman they had laughed at, the same woman they had doubted, the same woman they believed could do nothing. She had built the path one small stone at a time. The villagers bowed before her with respect. "Grandmother Lin," they said, "you were not the strongest, you were not the fastest, but your consistency has created a road to the heavens." A Wei stood silently in the crowd. His head hung low. In that moment he understood a powerful truth. Talent without consistency is like thunder without rain. It makes noise but brings no growth. From that day onward, the staircase was known as the Path of Patience. Travelers from distant lands came to walk upon it, inspired by the story of an old woman who built a mountain road through daily effort. So remember this, my friends, success does not belong to those who act only in bursts of excitement. It belongs to those who refuse to give up. Even the smallest effort, repeated every day, can turn into something extraordinary. Carry your stone today, carry another tomorrow, and one day you will stand at the peak of your own mountain, looking back at the path your perseverance created. Because in the end, consistency always defeats talent.